The pen for the Bulldogs, and he's in a tight spot, Billy, here. He has very little room for error. The tying run is on second for the Broncos.
Yeah, and this freshman, just a do-it-all guy for Coach Harmon and this pitching staff. Unbelievably electric stuff. 52 strikeouts in only 37 innings of work. His number one pitch is just an absolutely filthy changeup that he will use to right-handers and left-handers. It doesn't matter. That is his out pitch. And then you just couple that with a mid-90s fastball, you're pretty difficult to hit. He has traditionally been kind of early in the, whether it be a Friday or Saturday, he's kind of closer number one that Coach Mactoff rolls out. And then once Hood has been used, then he goes to closer number two in Hoffberg. And it's what an advantage to have two lights-out closers that at your disposal any given series.
Spoils of riches. All right, so it's Will Anderson on second base, and Peyton Lambert at the plate, who's 2 for 3 for the Broncos on a pair of singles tonight. One of the many stories tonight about this ball game is anytime the Zags have attacked, the Broncos have eventually answered. Zags put up 4 runs in the first. Broncos answer with 5 in the second. Zags have 2 in the fifth. Santa Clara adds 1 in the sixth. Zags have 1 in the sixth. Broncos on the verge of another in the seventh to tie it up. In for a strike, 0-2.
Landon Hood quickly working ahead here. Went off speed to get that second strike. This is a big pitch here.
Big 0-2. Wrobleski earning his keep.
There's that changeup, 10, 12 mile an hour difference off the fastball. And it tunnels just like a fastball. And what I mean, I've said tunnel a few times here. What I mean is right out of the hand, everything looks the same. Everything same trajectory, same angle and everything, and then it just dies, falls off the table.
And he comes right back with a mustard. You almost have to guess with him as a hitter, right? Because the fastball and changeup are so different. Probably hard to be guessing changeup and then see fastball and catch up to it.
Yeah, in certain scenarios, you have to. Now with 2 strikes, you got to do your best to just put the ball in play.
He tried. And for once tonight, the Broncos cannot answer. Stretch time in Spokane. Zags still keep the lead. Interestingly, Santa Clara has gone to a pinch hitter here. They have taken out Viskovich, who had a 3-run bomb and a single already tonight, in place of Mateo Garcia.
Garcia started last night, but the left-handed hitter was the reason why against the right-hander Landon Hood. And it's going to be interesting to see here, though, because we talked about how devastating Landon Hood's changeup is. Well, that pitch typically plays towards a left-hander, so you kind of have like almost a reverse split type situation with Landon Hood just being able to dominate left-handed hitters with that changeup.
And Hood has the stuff tonight. You just turned this game on. Watch the zip on these pitches. 1-2. See ya.
Didn't even mess with the changeup there. Just went straight old number one, elevated to the top part of the zone. Mateo Garcia just really had no answer for that. That is just, hey, here is my best. Try to hit it.
The tough thing about the rest of the way now for the Broncos is this is Camden Sauce, who tripled, notably his last time up, is this is Hood, who is just an electric closer. And if things get in trouble, then you've got to face Eric Hoffberg. So, like, there is no middle reliever having a struggling game who's walking through that door.
If Santa Clara is going to come back in this game and tie or take the lead, they're gonna earn it.
Yes, they are.
Because these are some Landon Hood, high leverage in and of himself. Yeah, but to your point, I mean, even if they can get to Hood, there's other arms waiting in that Gonzaga bullpen.
especially coming off that Gonzaga loss last night. They know how important tonight and tomorrow's games are. There's nobody who's not coming in all the way locked in. 1-2. Close tip.
There he goes. He goes with that changeup right on right. So he avoids the changeup with 2 strikes to the lefty, but to the righty goes to the changeup. If you remember, to close out the 7th, got the right-hander Lambert on that changeup inside. So, again, willing to use it in any situation against any type of hitter.
Hood has struck out 3 in a row.
Yeah, and when you show that changeup and it's so hard to pick up and hit, and then you flash another fastball mid-90s, I mean, it's really hard. It can run you in circles mentally just with a guy that has multiple pitches firing on all cylinders.
Here's Raymond. He's had a great game in the field. Inside the park home run earlier in this game. Local kid, Mount Spokane High School. A lot of people here to watch him, but he has a task now against Hood, who has him behind 0-2.
Yeah, there's that changeup and just throws it for a strike here. Working ahead of hitters. And the entire arsenal is open to Landon Hood right now.
0-2. Came right back. Oh, and look at the mean mug after that pitch. That is not. He's just mean mugging the hitters.
He's got a closer mentality, and It's really easy to have that mentality when every single pitch and you can hit your spot with every single pitch. I mean, that was a fastball in on the hands. Raymond, all he could do was just touch it. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes back to the well there. Fastball up and in, changes eye levels. Now, I mean, he could triple up on that pitch, and it's going to be extremely difficult to get a barrel out to with his velocity, or he can change eye level, go with that changeup down and away.
He's got the stuff to play pro ball, right? You can just see it.
I mean, and this is a freshman.
That's what I mean. He's going to play ball. Yeah.
There's a level of polish he already has stepping on campus as a young 18-year-old, and I feel like he's only going to get better.
Even just the eye test, you can see it. And he strikes out 4 straight. You got to be kidding me. Zags coming up, still up 1. Top of the order for Santa Clara. This is what you want if you're the Broncos. Ferrajaro, Cleary, and Lutzow.
Ferrajaro just has had a monster series thus far.
And he's eager to swing at a first pitch fastball that he fouls off.
Yeah, I mean, he was hunting, he was guessing, and he guessed right, and he just missed it. That was a really good swing on an elevated fastball from Landon Hood.
You know, if you haven't stood in the box and seen that 95 coming at you, though, it's hard to get your timing right. Just off the rare miss.
Yeah, after that swing, Landon Hood goes back to the changeup to try to get Ferrajaro off that fastball. Just missed on the outside part. Goes off speed again here. Ferrajaro's worked himself into a somewhat hitter's count here at 2-1.
Opposite way, foul.
Even though these 2 balls have gone foul, these are by far the 2 best swings we've seen off Landon Hood tonight. As good as Landon Hood has looked, I mean, with a 1-run game, just takes 1 swing.
2-2. 5 in a row.
Just going back to that fastball once again, dotting it on the inside part. There's nothing Ferrajaro can do there. That is just a perfectly placed fastball, inside corner.
Wroblewski didn't even have to try to pull the mitt the way he did. That was still a strike. Now Ben Cleary, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a double play ball. Their best contact hitter this year. He is due for a hit. Santa Clara praying for it.
Fastball evens up the count. That fastball is unbelievable tonight. It's not just the velocity, it's the location. His ability to control it to both sides of the plate.
Drag foul. This stuff is filthy.
Another pitcher's count, 1 and 2 here. Cleary having a rough game, 3 strikeouts and a double play. That will all go to the wayside, though, if he can come through for the Broncos with a big hit.
1-2. 6 in a row.
And there's the changeup right on right. It's just that changeup that starts inside, looks like a fastball in. Because he's been able to locate the fastball in, it plays even harder, and then it just drops off the table, dives under the right-handed hitter's hands, and my goodness, that's 6 strikeouts for Landon Hood.
The last best chance for Santa Clara. Huge early swing from Lutzow, who has singled 3 times.
That got Wróblewski. Looked like pretty clean. I don't know if that was in the thigh or what.
He doesn't care. Look at this smile. He's just having fun catching this guy. You don't feel anything when you're just beaming like that. Zags a strike away, and Hood is not messing around.
And Landon Hood just said, oh, don't forget about the slider I have too. My fastball is pretty good, changeup's even better, but I've still got that slider that can really buckle a knee.
It's 6 strikeouts in a row for Landon Hood. Very close. Yes, he did.
He put everything into that fastball up. Good lead by Lutzow.
Zags to even the series. It's lucky number 7 for Landon Hood. Out of the pen, 7 consecutive strikeouts. And the Bulldogs win 7-6.
Talk about shutting the door. Over 2 1/3, 7 strikeouts. I mean, Landon Hood just instilling a ton of confidence in these Zags. A big series, a big win to even the series here and jump a game in the standings with that big Pepperdine win earlier today. So Gonzaga, all-around performance. The bats came through when they needed it. Pitching was, the big second inning, but really the pitching calmed down and really carried this team to the finish line, and now sets up a big rubber match here Sunday afternoon.
There's part of everyone who thought there was a chance coming off of last night's Gonzaga loss that they would come out and just romp Santa Clara. Not the way it played out.
Oh, it looked that way.
It's in the top of the first. It certainly did. I was like, all right, this is kind of what I thought.
Yeah, and Santa Clara, credit to them, did a good job of flipping the script and really getting back into this game and applying a ton of pressure to these Zags. But the Zags, the offense came through when they needed it, got just enough. Great performance by Swim outside of the second inning, providing some length in order to get to Landon Hood. And, we all know what happened once Landon Hood came into the game.
He's got the most electric stuff I've seen out of the Gonzaga bullpen, it feels like, in a couple of years. He's really good.
Yeah.
Special.
And like we said, just a freshman, so he's going to continue to develop. His fastball is going to get better. That changeup somehow, some way is going to get better. But really the big difference and where he can really elevate his game as he matures into this program is that slider where we saw late to Lutzow to steal that second strike. that's going to get only better and better, and all of a sudden that 3-pitch arsenal is going to be pretty lethal.
After the game last night, Coach Mactoff told his guys after back-to-back losses, don't panic. They did not panic tonight. They were as cool as a cucumber, and they come out on top.